Yeah, I mean, I think if we all look at what we are doing, I'm sat here working from home. Offices I went into. I'm based in our Bristol office. Even walking around Bristol at lunchtime yesterday, the streets and sort of the office areas are very, very quiet. So people at the moment are still working from home, and that in itself has created, I think, issues for employers. So from an employer's perspective, things such as supervision. If you've got junior members of staff, how are you going to supervise those people working from home? So, the impact of COVID has had, people being supervised, health and safety. There's an obligation on the employer to provide a safe place of work, and so it would be ridiculous to expect every employer to go around and inspect every employee's place of work, which will be at the moment working from home. So it's just not sensible to be able to do that. First of all, the employer would have to allow the employer in, which most employees, I suspect, would be very much against. Secondly, the COVID issue itself. The whole point of being able to work from home is not mixing with your colleagues who you could then pass on the disease. So I think from that perspective, supervision is an issue, health and safety is an issue. I think that many employers, how they distribute work and how they monitor people carrying out work as well. Whereas if people are sat in an office, it's pretty much able to sort of monitor what people are doing in a more sort of, I guess, stricter fashion. Speaking to employers and employees alike, I think what people have found working from home is that there tends to be a lot more working being done anyway. Because I think, people are discounting, whereas if they may take half an hour to commute to work, what they're doing at the moment is probably getting up at the same time, but logging on earlier and then working late in the day. Certainly I found I'm working longer hours. It may well be an employment law anyway, so there's a lot more employment law issues to be dealing with. But certainly it seems to be a common theme across most people you speak with, that they are working longer hours. And that in itself could create problems for an employer. How are they going to monitor that? How do they know how much time people are spending? Because there are in place the working time regulations that prohibit employees working more than 48 hours per week unless they've agreed to opt out. So again, there are those type of issues that could create claims in the future.